Hello there, YouTube, and welcome back to the zone where we are going to cover everything that Chris has tweeted about over the last month, because it's been a little bit of a while since I've done one of these sort of videos. But you know what? Just for the sake of doing this sort of video, I felt like this would be a better idea to go over Chris stuff. I'm gonna again taking a page out of Gibby's book. So we're gonna start off with a Chris wasting money on frigging bottle caps for his collection of sorts, I guess. Hey y'all! The next bunch of goods from the recent Brony shopping day comes from somebody. Both collections 1 and 2 and their artistic bottle caps. Thanks a bunch. You didn't want to so I'm going to assume collections of what, comic books or just artwork, but apparently Chris thought there was more merit in showing fucking bottle caps than anything else. So okay, right. Sonichu, April 30th. Ugh. I have a major update for everyone. So I'm filling the book orders on Quickfill, but she hasn't, updated the Patreon at all. But get this, at lulu.com updates their website, and I've had to re-upload the past PDF files on Mama's books and edit the cover files. But that is not the worst, is it not? How bad can this possibly be? This is at lulu.com jacked up their printing prices for their greedy mitts and better quality ink. Yes, apparently getting better quality is simply somebody being greedy, Chris. Fuck me. Or some shit like that. I've had no choice but to update the prices on Quickfill shopping and remove the bulk deals. Until further notice. Don't believe me? Dig these screen caps. I don't want to dig, Chris. I don't really want to do that. There was an extra book that was no longer required in the lot, and there was no delete option on the list anymore, and I wish they'd allow their project list to be sortable into alphabetical order. I am literally having to dig out of my own pockets and losing money now. You weren't making money to begin with, Chris. This is just... Also, is he just literally just dangling fucking Rosetta crystallite stones everywhere now? Is this apparently what it's gonna be? Also, look at this. Christian number 8 regular for $16. It's about $14 more than it's actually worth. And at this moment, I am reaching out directly to other artists and creators of my own volition on behalf of Chris Chan Sonichu herself. So yeah, go on to Quickfill Shopping to buy the books. Until further notice, the prices had to be jacked up against our volition. This is it for now. Thanks for listening. And there's somebody commented down below saying, Sonichu, your mama fraudulently raised funds under the guise of donating the procedures to artists who lost income as a result of BabsCon being cancelled. However, instead of donating the money, she spent it all, and now you're experiencing what is known as a karmic retribution. Very, very well put. No one cares from Rosachu, and shut up being rude for no reason. Sebastian probably doesn't know, or is probably just a grey herring. No one cares. Chris deserves it. Well, kind of. I thought that Christine was barred from using Lulu because Sonichu was deemed fanfiction and copyright infringement. And go report his ass by this duck on fire. Okay, so that's you, Chris. Right, so now that that's out of the way, and apparently... Yeah. Hey, I have a major update to everyone, and... Oh boy, what's this? That's not just any rainbow in the center of the USA. Rainbow, lightning, lightning, lightning. Bolts of... So apparently thunderstorms is what it takes to convince people that the dimensional merge is happening. Great, I want to smack myself on the head with a spanner. I feel like just... I pre-ordered one, still looking forward to receiving it. Well, unlike the other people who have, pledged their orders and have not received comic books from Chris. Because I like you all, this is the last day I've survived. Whatever, it's just stuff. Again, Chris spending more money than he actually has or needs on stuff that he doesn't need or want, to be honest. So a lot of these are just literally Chris just people, shout outs to people who are reaching out and following him. It's not much. My week on Twitter, 79 mentions, 1.k mention reach, 600 likes. Oh boy, that's just... I can guarantee to you that that's, again, all of these probably far more than Chris intentionally deserves. Oh boy, what's this? Let's see, okay, we'll have to start here. Sonichu. Hey y'all, just a friendly happy Mother's Day greeting to all the women who are mothers. Moms and simple parents guiding their biological or adopted or whatever the sitch children, teens or adults. How incredibly specific of you, Chris. Just in case we thought there was any doubt, and this was some illustration of... Oh, is that meant to be of Bob? Oh, boy. Oh, God. Okay. Me, personally, I can recall the days with my mother and father back in that old field in Rhode Island. Such simple times in the days I was a wild Pichu, then Pikachu after evolving. My mother was simple, kind, and nurturing, and continued to work hard as she did. And my father kept collecting food for us and keeping us safe as I grew up and lived. Okay. I was really saddened when both of them had fallen during the fated day on February the 1st, 2003, when they and the flock of Pikachus were ravaged by Team Rocket's grunts and all that shit. You know, that sounds like a pretty important event, Chris. You may want to sum it up by more than just saying, and all that shit. Still, good times with my parents. Meanwhile, Rosie, back in her Pichu days, had a few weeks with her father, Luxray, and her mother, Raichu. She enjoyed her simple times as best as she was able to. Then a trainer caught her in a Pokeball and sent her to Professor Oak, or whichever professor he was in the US region in Virginia. So Chris absolutely doesn't. Despite being a chronicler, Chris absolutely has no clue what he's talking about. Wouldn't be the first time, I can say that much. This was south of Quickville, but that Raichu alongside Luxray, who mother later dubbed the nickname John, they both kept watch over Rosie over the years as she and Kel of them travelled around together. Their own set of badges, blah blah blah. I don't. It's just John is still alive today, and he still remembers his beloved Raichu partner, and continues to do his best for us and for her. Another good day and caring mother. So yeah, happy Mother's Day to all mothers, be they human or animal. Or, you know, completely fictional and made up. And also this image of Pikachu dancing with Raichu. And apparently John is not involved whatsoever. So, who the hell is John? Oh dear. Chris is trying to snake his way into the holiday and has nothing to do with it because his ego demands him to be around. Yeah, definitely. The event... Oh my. What about your actual mom? He bought me some flowers. Of course, they're dandelions with dirt still hanging off the roots. They're better than nothing. I'm hoping you'll actually feed me today. I miss food. Okay, I know this is meant to be like a troll account, but oh boy, that's too funny for words. Okay, so because that was Mother's Day on like May 9th or 10th or so. That was specifically a one in the US, I should say. Rosie and I are checking out at Jerry Seinfeld 23 Hours to Kill special on Netflix, as opposed to, you know, spending that time actually looking for work, or, you know, receiving or shipping out. Oh boy, what's this? This does not look good. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I've just got to point out, about an hour ago, I did an article on Chris and coping, and one of the things it discussed was Chris LARPing as... First it was Magi-chan, then Sonichu, and now this is apparently the Mewtwo LARPing saga as well. So Chris is now voicing through two different people entirely. So let's just see where this goes. Mewtwo, enough. Your words against Christine and Sonichu really offend me now. You dare question her own context and morals in such callous ways. Given what we've done about Chris and his morals, I would say this is actually more accurate than it needed to be. I will have you and everyone else know that in the past, Christine was wanting to see what you call tangible. And it just literally shows Mewtwo on Pokemon Go just literally just hanging on Chris's bed, which is a horrifying thought given that if Mewtwo stays at Chris's house at night. He doesn't because, again, not real, but I think you've got the idea. Evidence of the events of the dimensional merge as they have and continue to progress as we speak. He's been saying this for nearly 2 years now and he still hasn't gotten the idea out of his head. She used to be in question of her own powers and abilities and role as a goddess, but no more. Christine has personally experienced, witnessed and felt the events, as well as additional moments that proved our point more than once with her. I don't even think that is in any planet on Earth that makes sense. Among which the body swaps between her and Magichan, and over a month ago the body swap between her and Sonichu, and even more so now in a future event for her own body and Sonichu's soul. Christine is now literally and fully in C-197, working even more hard and diligently with the other deities and her family, friends and allies. There has been no doubt in her mind about anything with the merge for the long time now. We all know fully well the costs in bringing the populations of the two dimensions together. Yes, apparently it costs to have these two dimensions to merge together. Sacrificing a number of lives in 1218 so they can continue living on in their bodies of these self-counterparts in C-197 and the few of vice versa. Christine has had it rough in her development during the first decade of the millennium. He's got to bring it back again. She was still finding herself and us. Well, considering we know how cluttered Chris's house was back in the day, maybe he's still trying to look for her. She is never again to be judged by the past actions. So apparently Mewtwo is straight up telling us is that we cannot bring up Chris's past. We cannot do anything of the kind whatsoever. When was this put out? May 14th. I've made nearly 20 or so videos specifically about Chris's past. Specifically the first half of the new millennium. I think it's a little bit quite late for that, Mewtwo. Actions that have been brought up upon all with the abuse and help from the spiteful hating trolls and bullies of 1218 and C-197. Christine has grown and developed exceptionally well. No, Chris has been continually going backwards for many, many years. You all who speak against her, in your own lust for contempt that drives your hormones, he's making this overtly very sexual for no reason, or just to make a point or argument. You all do not know her better at all. I don't particularly think I want to know, but again, that's entirely besides the point. And continuing to judge her out of context, content, and Okay, so what Chris is actually sort of like a little bit upset about here is that people are taking like what Chris has done out of context, and unfortunately, what he's trying to say here is that go and look him up with the things you're saying in context, and that should answer a few questions. And miscontent brought up by the haters' influences from the past. You all sicken Magi-chan, myself, and all of the other deities and psychics who personally know better of her. Christine's and Sonichu's present situations and actions are very much real and true. They would not lie anymore. Oh, so they lied before, eh? What did they lie about? Because there is no point in lying these days. Are you sure about that, Chris? Well, specifically again from his perspective, because you know. During these times and situations between our dimensions in this timeline, never speak against Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu ever again, or I shall see to your appropriate torment and punishment myself. Farewell, frowny face. Okay, good to know that apparently Mewtwo is going to punish us. Oh, I'm so scared. What's Mewtwo gonna do? Nibble my bum or something like that? What on earth is Mewtwo going to... I thought Mewtwo just decided to love the human race anyway. I thought he was a lot more accepting anyway, but Again, and also the entire point was this is that, again, to give the idea that Chris is still in C197, he's LARPing as another character to literally voice his opinions despite the fact that none of these things are real and Chris is still here anyway making this shit up. It's alright everyone, he's lucid enough to play pretend he's a copyrighted Pokemon or a Sonic recolored, or a goddess of Minecraft or any other crap. He's not insane, he's making himself sound insane while he thinks he's talking edgy, almighty and intimidating. That's what immature losers and lost causes do. He is as immature loser indeed. Why do you beat me, Christine? I did nothing. The guy's looking, it's Big Yoshi! Yoshi! Oh boy, this guy has the right idea, just relating it to its for something different, and Big Yoshi does look quite nice. Oh boy, now we get Mewtwo here to preach us. You're here, scum? I ain't here nothing. Y'all here, son? Okay, where are the comics, and how's your mother's health? Chris is pretending to be fucking Mewtwo now again. Yeah, definitely. I said that I can prove with evidence that Christine doesn't believe in the merge. Enemy Mewtwo, use Twitter. Have a sprite. Oh boy. Pathetic, yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, that was just funny. Okay, so after that, and this is, oh god, more fucking card games. Sonichu. Hey everyone, I finally received the set of our Twilight Sparkle Secret Ship Fic folder cards, deck expansion packs and promos. I will be setting up one-time listing on Seville shopping later, but it does include all of the autographed start cards. 70% of the profits will go to the brony artists. So again, money going to other people and money that I would suspect Chris really needs, but unfortunately that's not going to sell anyway because look, guys, I'm just going to be completely honest with you. This is about, the art is something you would expect maybe out of, let's say, a 9 or a 10-year-old, not somebody who's in their late 30s. And again, listen, if I wanted to prove that I could do any better than this, you know what? I genuinely would, and this is literally just a stolen sprite from somebody else. And this is literally just a temple, he calls it. It's literally just a house. You know what's actually really strange, and I've never thought about this before, but with a yard as big as this, why did it never occur to Chris to maybe start maybe a vegetable garden or possibly a fruit garden or something like that, in which, you know what, even if Chris is going to, preach about, being starving and all that, well, why can't he not just grow his own food? I know that sounds like a very, very far-fetched idea, but hell, you know what? He's got to try and do something, and it's, again, I've said this from last night, doing something is a lot more productive than, LARPing his Mewtwo, apparently saying shit that is non-relevant and does not reflect reality. It reflects the reality of Chris's psychosis, if you want to call this psychosis, because I found it very, very interesting that somebody said that Chris is not insane. He's literally just LARPing as this for attention, which is, I don't quite know which one to believe in, but what I do know is that I think the colour on his duvet is starting to wither because it's looking white in patches as well, which is usually when the colour is starting to fade away. And here's, again, what was this? Literally just a day later. Hey everyone, here that you are, the presently complete set of Solitude Twilight Sparkle's Secret Ship Fic folder cards from Chris Chu Solitude herself, complete with all 11 star cards autographed. More than 70% of the profits amongst the brony artists and vendors. Okay, so Chris's math skills never fail to make me laugh. More than 70%. So what's more than 70? 71%? 72%? 74%? You've got to kind of again, make it very, very clear, Chris. And where is the rest of the money going to go towards? Streaming reaction. This is of Team Foot. I'm actually going to be doing a few videos based on the quote-unquote reaction videos that he did. That he said he was going to do once a week, but it took him nearly a month to get to the second part. And just sharing this lovely piece from MKR. I've commented in that nowadays. Mama has so much of good to know that Sonichu's writing is just as piss poor as Chris. Also, he forgot to actually put Sonichu in here, so I'm pretty sure this did come from Chris. In fact, all of these are coming from Chris, but you get the idea. Mama has so much of that goddess presence that she looks in a similar style with a Disney princess. You see, this is what Chris thinks he looks like. No, that's in no way true. Closest in looks and personality with Belle. More like Belle End, but again, no. Belle is as far removed from Chris as you could possibly get. This just makes Rosie and me smile. Thanks, MKR. I'm not even gonna lie. This is actually really good artwork by MKR. It's just, if it was for anyone else, this would have been fine. But for wow, that is, in all honesty, a lovely piece compared to these. Oh boy. Thank you for the kind words, MKR. Brighten up your day. Yeah, you know what? At least, actually, I'll say this much. At least Chris actually, commented and, was nice to MKR for this, because at this point, MKR is just about one of the very few friends that, Chris does have left. And at least, he's kind of trying to learn. Well, I say learn. The only reason Chris is being nice is because, again, MKR is offering far more to Chris than anybody would, because apparently Chris's ideas of being trusting are entirely not what you would expect. If only you weren't as overweight shut-in. Okay, retard. Just another penguin. Let's see. Not really too much. This is my life now. This is you. Okay, so that's that done. More things on that. Chris retweeted thing from the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and it's still really, really cool to see actually this is still trending after all of these months. It's something to just really go over just how popular like Sonic really did take off. Come meditate your minds. Okay, that's just a meditation thing. Vinyl chilling in the late afternoon. More artwork that he retweeted. And now, this is it. May 22nd, this is where Chris is now desperate to get rid of the cards because he realized that nobody is buying them. Seriously, this set is available for immediate shipping right now. That brown box in the corner of the photo is what they'll be shipped in. Awesome deal and helping the brony artists. Was he really hung up on the fact that, a box is the only thing they'll get up with? Also, it's not a really good business idea to say, seriously, these things are up, as if, people thought this was some kind of con. And, Chris Chan Sonichu has no respect for his fans. He fails to show appreciation for the fan art and projects that are failure. Boycott Sonichu, show us respect that we deserve, Chris. Sapphire Milai, was this meant to be like I think an Indonesian lady, if I can... The thing just keeps disappearing. Like making the fucking comics we pay for nothing. Yeah, Jeff has the right idea. Another great scam, Chris, by a man called Fart. I would prefer to burn the money. Sorry, but I don't think spending $550 for trading cards is a good way to spend some cash. Last time I checked, you need money for food and bills. Yeah, $550. I'm going to be showing the actual website in a few moments, but yeah, if you think this is actually worth $550, then you know what? Go right ahead and spend that amount of money on this, because I can guarantee you, if you do, you're not trying to help Chris, you're almost part of the problem. Chris, also on the same name, grape balls of grape. There is a lot of grape in this. He manages to use the word grape 3 times. Funny. And apparently, again, Chris saying, seriously, buy my shit. And here he is with some imported Fanta. And Chris, again, thinks that he looks funny. No, he doesn't. He's not funny. He thinks he's looking clever. He's looking clever by the fact that his entire neck is almost entirely covered in fucking crystals. Chris, you know what? Maybe Chris is absolutely going downhill because, well, what? Wait, hang on. What's that? Is that just meant to be two people from MLP just hugging, or are they... Let's not... Okay, I'll tell you what, let's just... to spread a little bit more positivity on the TL, here are some green flags that help people exhibit. Chris just retweeted that. Okay, that's fine. Biggest fans, and here they are again. Ugh, will someone buy this set of cards already, please? Now he's outright begging people to buy this. And look at the response. 462 comments, 58 retweets, 471 likes. More likes than this deserves, but the comments are going to absolutely just go completely all over Chris. And actually, here's the one I straight up put out a couple of days ago myself. It's almost as if there's a pandemic on and people need to be careful with their money because of how many people were laid off. And I added Gibby because he's a guy I follow really closely in that, especially when it comes to talking about Chris. Am I being unfair or missing the point entirely or something? Which I don't think is entirely an unfair response because, well, what else am I supposed to think? What is anybody supposed to do? Like, we don't have just $700 or so laying about just to waste on shitty artwork. That's not a very nice thing to say, Chris. 160 likes. We'll give this one 161. I think that's just... She's putting it out as plainly as you could possibly get because I reckon she's a nice person. Masterful selling technique, Chris. Again, very true. Somebody here posted a 59-second video about McDonald's. Do you have an emergency or something? What's going on? Proto Man at least trying to get to the bottom of this. He want to have some money buy his shit, and again, if Chris really cared, that it probably would be better to have stated if there was an emergency going on. But again, considering we know that Chris lies about needing money, I'm going to say that it's literally just occurred to him that nobody has ever bought one card off Chris. I don't need garbage. Dude, 1, they're expensive. 2, no one wants them. Oh boy. And good job, Chris. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you want to sell something, you do not straight up beg and wallow in front of people several times in a row. And the very next day, apparently Chris was feeling better or Sonichu. I think Chris just gave up the idea. Mewtwo sharing good vibes with those true and good in soul, heart and intentions, as well as those down on their present luck. This is despite the fact that only a few days ago, Mewtwo was frigging saying that he was going to punish and torture people. You better make good with your promise. 70% donations. Sold out. Yeah, I doubt that that's sold out, but I'm pretty sure they know what they were doing. Mewtwo sharing good vibes after threatening someone sounds more like Mewtwo's vibes are off. Mewtwo is not giving off any good vibes in this book. Let me also, Chris, come on. Thanks, Mewtwo, and it's a picture of an owl. Oh boy, what's this? Please respond. My Mewtwo armored believes Mewtwo is being alongside his brother. Can you actually even make, customize people in Pokemon Go like this? Like it was meant to be from like the first Pokemon movie or something. I already disposed of the bones of the abandoned freezers soon in June. So, yeah, I don't particularly think people caught on to these good vibes. So, ladies and gentlemen, what's gonna happen is that I'm going to have to edit that part out. But just to give you credit, I'm actually going to go onto my phone right now and tell you exactly what it said, because I can't necessarily show what was on camera because out of fear of doxing somebody. But don't worry, because that has not stopped Chris. So let me just describe to you exactly what Chris did. Well, said, I should say. This will take all but a moment. Let's see. Hey, hashtag Pokemon Go peeps. I have a friend who is kind of a shut-in that still gets out and about. Probably more than Chris does. He needs a bunch of more friends. Sorry, wait, hang on. He needs a bunch more friends to exchange gifts with, so send him a friend request. He will be very happy to help. And he gives out his or her phone number. And so let's just getting over the fact that Chris just doxed another person, and then immediately afterwards, somebody posted in the comments a picture of Sonichu in a Family Guy kind of like animation style, right next to Peter Griffin, and then he responded by saying, "Not bad." Unfortunately, what is bad is that Chris just doxed somebody. What does he? Why? I just don't. A tribute to our goddess CPU Blueheart. Time for Pride Month. What's this? Our righteous solid social justice slasher. This has to be a fucking joke. This has to be a joke. What's this? Yeah, this is absolutely gotta be a joke. What's this? Pink-haired Jason Voorhees against Chris. This either this is a troll or this is somebody just highly exasperating what SJW weens look like. Actually, you know what? On second thought, this might actually be serious. Whatever. Well, okay, never mind. And that's literally the end of it. So I'll make sure to cut that part out. You can count on me for that. So what exactly have we learned here, ladies and gentlemen? That Chris routinely begs for more and more money, spouts shit that nobody really cares about that much, doxes somebody, and threatens people over Mewtwo. And that was pretty much almost the entire month of May has been like that. Well, actually, you know what? Just before we go, because I did promise you guys this, Quickville shopping. So yeah, I promised this, but so just before we go, this is apparently Chris begging for money, and again, $550 for this, and oh boy, you know what? Sold out. Somebody really did buy this, didn't they? Somebody bought this. Oh, God. Right, that's it. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Oh,